That's an interesting tune, isn't it? Kind of like that one. So what I'm looking for right now is I'm looking to see our geography and to see whether or not our male-female viewership has changed at all. I'm just kind of curious about it. You know what I mean? Because I talked about that in one of the other recent premieres as to the fact that there are more men watching videos on this YouTube channel than there are women, which, you know, at a glance, when people hear that, they're like, say what? No way, man. But it's true. And you can see the stats still. They've evened out a little bit more. We had quite a disparity. Now the ladies are starting to catch up. We have about a 52% male viewership now, and it's gone all the way up to 48% as far as females. So just a few percentage points more, and the ladies are going to be ahead of the pack as far as viewership on this channel, which is kind of, I think that's kind of awesome. What do we have here? So most of our viewership is from the US. Then we have Canada, the United Kingdom, Sweden, Mexico, and I know we can view more details than that. I'm going to see how the countries are breaking out now, if I'm able to still pull that up. YouTube has taken some of that away, which is kind of a bummer, because I really enjoyed it would give extremely detailed results as far as country viewership, which I thought was awesome. Let's see here. Let's see where we're at now. I can't see where the camera is. Oh wow, I did pretty good with that. So we still have, at the top of the list, we still have the United States. So most people that are watching what I do on this YouTube channel are going to be from the US. And then, like I already covered some of these on that initial summary. Then we have Canada second in line, United Kingdom third, Sweden fourth, Australia, Mexico, India, Germany, Norway, Netherlands, Finland, and these are all in numerical viewership. So from the very top to the very bottom, it's the number of views and the viewing minutes within that country. So the US is at the top, and then it kind of comes down from there. Colombia, Brazil, Italy, France, South Africa. Let's see what comes after South Africa. I'll go to the top here and kind of bring South Africa up. And again, they've really limited the number of countries that they track analytic data on now, which is kind of irritating. Yeah, they only do 52 results now. Let's see, South Africa. So after South Africa is Romania. Let me see if I can find my place here. Oh wow, I did pretty good. So Romania, Algeria, Argentina, Nigeria, Spain, Pakistan, New Zealand, Poland, and the Philippines. And we have a lot more. I know from the previous analytics when YouTube was tracking a lot more countries, we had 150 plus countries that consistently and regularly were significant viewership presences on this YouTube channel, and now they cut it down by a third. So we're only seeing 52 results instead of 150 plus results. But I guess it costs some money, I guess it costs some time, I guess it costs some resources to be able to track all those analytics. So they don't do it anymore, which is kind of frustrating. But what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? But still, you know, even if it were only 52 countries, for a niche interest area like vintage sewing machines, that would be impressive, but we are way, 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 way beyond that when it comes to viewerships, to say the least. And we are gaining in our folks that are subscribing or joining this YouTube channel as well. we're averaging now around 150 to 200 per month, where in the past we were averaging closer to 100 to 150. So I'm very thankful. I'm very, very thankful we have such a faithful following of folks being interested in what we're doing, what I'm presenting. And like I said, kudos to the ladies again. You're catching up. It's 48% to 52% now, and you could go back and look at that other video. It was much more of a significant gap than that. And I believe I had issued kind of a challenge to the ladies then, so I think they've been stepping up the game, and the guys better stay on their guard, because otherwise they're going to get a big surprise and all of a sudden be in the minority when it comes to folks following and viewing this channel significantly. Just clicking back a little bit. I wanted to kind of present this impromptu video real quick for a couple of reasons. One is I wanted to, I'm just going to see if yeah, that's the other channel. I wanted to see if I could, 187, in the last 28 days we got 187 additional subscribers. 187! And I remember when I hit 187 subscribers and I was like, yeah! And man, oh man, have we gone beyond that, right? So, but what I wanted to show you, and it looks like maybe I went too far back, but we're only 10 subscribers away from hitting our milestone of 6,000 subscribers. Only 10 subscribers away at this point. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's just crazy. And trying to get back to my main page if I can do that. They've added this new YouTube is always trying to improve things, which I get that, but sometimes you almost kind of shoot yourself in the foot, and you take something that's working fine. It's almost like people are trying to justify their jobs a little bit, and they're like, oh, we can do this different. Well, different isn't necessarily better. And when you're trying to navigate the waters of the channel as a creator, when you're trying to prepare for premieres and just get ready for various things, it makes it a lot more challenging. I'll just stop on this page. It's too many clicks. So, yeah, again, I wanted to focus on the fact that we're only 10 subscribers away from the milestone of 6,000. There you can see it. It's harder to read it in this format too. It says 5.99. That almost gives you the impression that we have like one more subscriber and we're at 6,000, but it's actually 10 more subscribers and then we're at 6,000 subscribers. But I also wanted to encourage you as well as far as this premiere that's going to be happening tomorrow. Again, I'm going to be leading a premiere, introducing Frank Wilson to you, and giving him an opportunity to tell his story, having been in the basically the footprint and the space of vintage sewing machines for almost 6 decades. Almost 6 decades, Frank has worked or had worked in the vintage sewing machine space, starting with Singer Sewing Machine Company, working with them for about 6 or 7 years, and then launching into his own sewing machine business, running that for more than 25 years, and then finally wrapping up his career in 2017. He started in 1958 and finally closed his business for health reasons in 2017. That's just shy of 60 years working in the vintage sewing machine space. I don't find a lot of people with that level of experience. I'm nowhere close to that. I'm still very much an infant, a baby in the vintage sewing machine space compared to Frank Wilson. So I really want to encourage you to take time tomorrow I don't know if I'm going to make this available after the premiere. You know, I'm throwing up a big warning sign. I don't know if I'm going to make this available after the premiere tomorrow, Friday, October 11th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make every effort. It's a Friday, folks. You can sneak away for a little bit. It runs a little bit over an hour. So take your lunch hour a little bit late. You know, if you're on the East Coast, take your lunch hour a little bit earlier so you don't miss it. It's going to be playing on the East Coast around 2 o'clock, Midwest around 1, and then, you know, as you go to the West Coast, you got to kind of bump it back. But I just previewed and reviewed the interview I did with him, and I think you're going to find it absolutely priceless. So if you can make it, because again, I don't know if I'm going to leave this up for the general public to view. I might not. So don't roll the dice on it. Make every effort to be at that premiere tomorrow, October 11th, 2019, at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Try not to miss it. And again, I also wanted to do this premiere as well to highlight the fact that we're only 10 subscribers away from hitting the 6,000 subscriber milestone. At that point, like every time we hit another 1,000 subscriber milestone, I do a major giveaway. I'm leaning, but I haven't decided yet. I'm leaning possibly towards giving a Swedish Beauty away. And I've already got the contest format set up and how I'm going to do it. So I've got most of my ducks in a row, not all of them. I still have to decide, am I going to give a Swedish Beauty away, or am I going to give a different sewing machine, or am I going to give something else away at this major milestone of 6,000 subscribers? And I think it's so awesome that I happen to be able to connect with Frank Wilson, pardon me, that I was able to connect with Frank Wilson so close to this milestone and be very fortunate to involve him in this YouTube channel so close to hitting that significant milestone mark of 6,000 subscribers. So, you know, do everything you can to make it to that premiere on Friday, October 11th at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. Okay, so stay tuned for other great videos like this, whether they're premieres, whether they're impromptu premieres, whatever they are, because you're always going to learn something new. You're always going to have an opportunity to probably at some point have a little bit of a chuckle. I was a little bit more straight-laced on this one, which I'm sure some of you that really like my sense of humor and my goofiness are probably going to end this one and say, well, that was disappointing. He didn't do anything silly. He didn't talk like a pirate. He didn't, you know, do a silly little dance. He didn't do anything. But there's the other side of the camp that like me to be serious, so I guess I'm trying to balance the scales a little bit. But again, 10 subscribers away from 6,000 subscribers. We're going to be doing this very special premiere introducing Mr. Frank Wilson on Friday, October 11th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. A lot of great things happening. I'm very, very humbled and very, very thankful for all of you that make all of these things possible. I know all the things that happen behind the scenes that I'm not even aware of, where one of you will share with another friend, or will pass a link off to someone, or will push a link off to someone about one of the videos that I've done on a particular machine. And as a result of that, that person, and then their circle of friends, and then their other circle of friends, and another circle of friends, and another circle of friends, end up finding about this really cool YouTube channel called Cow Country Vintage Sewing Machines and Restoration, and they click and they subscribe, and they click and they subscribe, and they click and they subscribe. How do I know that? Because our average in the past, until probably in the recent couple of years, or maybe even the last year, our average has been consistently right around 75 to 100 subscribers every month. You can almost set your watch by it. And we've doubled that now. We're averaging between 185 to 200 new subscribers every 28 days. Ah! Are you serious? It's crazy. It's nuts. But it's true. It's absolutely true. And that credit goes to all of you for all of the support, all the encouragement, and all the enthusiasm that you push behind me, kind of underneath my wings in a sense, to give me the passion and the desire to keep doing what I'm doing. So thank you. Thank you 1,000 times, times 1,000 times, times 1,000 times for all that you do in supporting me and continue to do the work that I love so much. God bless you guys, and stay tuned for other great videos like this. And again, don't forget that very special premiere Friday, October 11th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's just going to change the way you look at everything with the insights and the information that Mr. Frank Wilson shares about his experience working with Singer and about his experience in the sewing machine space, specifically vintage, for almost 6 decades. Really, really, really good stuff. All right, take care. We'll talk again.